Hello everyone, hope you all are well. In this eventful landscape photography vlog, my scouting efforts on the ground go wrong, I get caught in a lightning storm, and so I have to pivot all my efforts to focusing on tips and techniques for drone photography. A challenging but beautiful trip to say the least, and I hope you all enjoy the adventure. Hey everyone, hope you guys are all doing well today. I am out in the Central Cascades of Oregon right now at a particular lake that I really love. I have not had the chance to do a lot of photography here. I've mostly did some swimming and hiking, and I've always wanted to come back here and explore and see what compositions I can find. So that is why I'm here today. I actually didn't intend to shoot a video today at all, but it's beautiful out, and figured might as well bring you guys along, try and make a quick video out of it, and see if I can't share some tips and inspiration with you guys. So yeah, it's pretty out here. There's some potential for good lighting and good photography with it, so we'll see what happens. Right now I'm just trying to find a place to camp for the night, but once I have kind of a base camp set up, then I'll get out and start hiking and see what compositions we can find around the lake. So nothing goes according to plan. The access point to the lake that I originally scouted out is a lot more marshy right now than it was last time I was here. So getting to the spots that I wanted to get to, the compositions that I was trying to get to, doesn't look like it's going to happen. I don't have my kind of my welly boots to get through this, but it's beautiful out here. But I think it's going to be plan B, which is throwing up the drone and seeing if I can get some good aerial shots of this lake, which honestly might be my best compositions anyway. So yeah, just to give you a look at the obstacles I encountered. It is freaking beautiful, but I am not equipped to be walking through that marshy bog. So anyways, we will instead let the drone do the heavy lifting and see if we can't get some really cool compositions from the sky. So here we go. So I really enjoyed picking out these perspectives from the bird's eye view of the drone, but the lighting was a bit flat as these storm clouds started to roll in over the lake, and I knew that with better lighting I could capture something special here. And eventually the light did turn towards my favor, but before all that I get an unexpected surprise and my plans get turned on their head. So I just got caught in a thunderstorm, which was very fun, exhilarating, a little frightening. I ditched my camera gear on kind of the bushes on the side of the road, basically carrying the lightning rod that is my tripod. I didn't want to have any part of that while it was going off overhead above me, so put that stuff down, ran to the car. Came back, got all my stuff back, set up at camp, waiting for this rain to kind of die down, which it's starting to, but it's hard to tell if it's going to stay that way. I guess the lesson is you can plan and scout all you want, but life is just going to do its thing. So you got to be adaptable and make the best of it. So for me right now, being adaptable is waiting for the clouds to part, maybe put up the drone. If we get some good evening light. If not, I'm just gonna probably cook and relax, have some dinner, and camp out and try again tomorrow. Hopefully, the morning light might bring maybe a break in the clouds and some good opportunities for photography. Again, that'll probably be drone photography, unless I can find an opening or get brave enough to wade into that marsh, which I don't think is going to happen. So I might just try out the drone and make the best out of the situation. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. We'll see what the morning brings. So it has been an eventful evening for sure. You could probably hear right now basically thunderstorms off and on, which I've been kind of dodging. There's been a few like right overhead, and so my nerves are a little bit on edge right now. But yeah, I'm hoping it lets up a bit, and I'm trying to get some rest. I'm planning on waking up early and seeing how things set up for the sunrise lighting and see if I can get some good photo opportunities then. So for now, just fingers crossed that I get a break from some of these thunderstorms. And yeah, hopefully a good night's sleep. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. So I survived the thunder and lightning storm. It was a little intense, but made it through. And it's a beautiful morning today. The sky's cleared up. There's this fog bank rolling through that's just beautiful. I've actually already had the drone out taking photos of that, and I have the drone up in the sky right now. So wanted to use this time to basically walk through a few tips and techniques that I use to get good drone photography. So let me turn the camera around and kind of show you the screen and walk you through a few settings that I'd recommend. Okay, so a few settings that I would want to walk through with you guys. Number one, aperture. So a lot of drones are fixed aperture, and in that case ND filters are very important to control the light and get the right shutter speed that you need, both for film and for photography. So I would recommend picking up ND filters, whether or not you have a fixed aperture drone or a drone where you can control the aperture. I do have a drone that allows me to control the aperture. I believe I can go from f2.8 all the way up to f11. You'll see that I'm at f2.8 right now. Typically, I keep the aperture between f2.8 and f4, and I find that that gives the sharpest image. So I'd recommend staying kind of in between there. The other thing I would recommend is your ISO. Don't go above 400. These are smaller sensor cameras. They don't seem to handle noise as well, so it's important that you keep an eye on ISO. I tend to keep it between 100 to 400. And then you'll also notice here that I have my aspect ratio at 4:3. You can go to 16:9, but I would recommend keeping it at 4:3 because that will give you the best results in terms of resolution. And then you can also create panoramas and get more resolution that way, which I will walk through as well in a second. So with that out of the way, kind of the technical stuff, just a few tips I would recommend. This first one, kind of obvious, but I think important to call out, and that's just the freedom and directional movement that these drones have is not to be understated. So use it to your advantage. These things can go left, right, up, down, 360. It makes, almost endless compositional opportunities. So slow down and take your time and try, repositioning the drone to find compositions that are really special, because that bird's eye view, what you can do with the directionality, it's just, I could spend all day finding compositions at places like this. So yeah, use it to your advantage. And then the other thing I want to walk through, which we'll do right now, is panoramas with drones. This technique, I think, is one of the biggest things for getting creative drone photography and really making the most out of the sensors that these have. So yeah, what that basically looks like is, this shot right here is composed. I'd say this is basically our mid-ground in this shot. So I would take this shot here, then I would rotate the gimbal down, or you could just start down, but this would be our foreground. So take this shot. So yeah, then you'd go up, mid-ground, rotate the gimbal up more, take that shot. Ideally there'd be clouds in the sky for more interest, but for the sake of showing you guys this technique, we will just make do with this. So yeah, again, I would take this shot as your background, take this shot as your midground, and then take something like this shot as your foreground. And then you would stitch all three of these together in Lightroom. So yeah, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I stitch together panoramas in post to make unique and compelling compositions with the drone. I ended up staying another night at the lake in hopes that the light would get better, and my faith was rewarded with one of the prettiest evenings I've enjoyed in a while. I again put the drone up in the air, and here's what I shot. For me, this trip was both challenging and rewarding, and a sweet reminder that perseverance and adaptability are lifeboats that can get you through rough waters. If you can tap into your inner resources and rise to meet adversity, you may come to see that there's beauty and renewal after the storm. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment and consider subscribing, as it helps me immensely in growing this channel and putting out more of this type of content. Thank you all, and I wish you well. Take care.